Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, I kind of want to talk about a little bit of gratitude, and gratitude for what you have, and gratitude for what you're going through, and the ups and downs, and being grateful for having the ups and downs because some people don't even have the opportunity to have the ups and downs. And it's something that I'm starting to realize every single day that for me, having problems is a good thing. And it's the reason it's a good thing is because that means that you have things going on while other people don't, right? While others don't. And so when you have a lot of problems in business, especially when you're running a business and you have deals and you have leads and all sorts of things, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing to have. And you should be grateful every single day that you have those problems, that you have those deals that are maybe not going the way that you thought they were going to go. Maybe there's something going on with the buyers or the sellers or whatever have you. And you have to go ahead and make sure that everything is working out the way it should be working out. So, one thing that I'm noticing lately is we're having an influx of leads and deals, right? And then I'm getting kind of stressed out and like all these different things. But what I'm not noticing is like God is blessing me with these problems, right? With these problems, but also He's blessing me with these leads, with these people that need help, with these people that want to work with me, and everything else. And so, as I sit here and I think about it, and I'm like, wait a minute. So if I just didn't have any of these problems on a daily basis, right? What does that really mean, right? Like, does that, how does that, how does that go ahead and change my trajectory of my business, right? Because if I didn't have that, then I wouldn't really have any business. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have any business because there would be no problems at that point. So I think that you need to have these problems in your business in order to grow. And if you have more problems, that means you have to come up with more solutions. So you have to get more creative. You have to make it more creative. You have to get more bold. You have to take on more risk. You have to sometimes disconnect from money. I know it's hard to say, but that's something you really have to learn how to do, especially when you're making investments. You got to move fast. Sometimes deals will slip through your fingers, and you'd be like, "Man, I wish I took that deal down." And before you know it, somebody else did because they saw the opportunity, they saw what that deal can bring, and they went ahead and jumped in front of the line. And so I was at a store yesterday, and I don't normally look out for certain people, but I saw a woman with a family, and she had completely no hair. And so she was probably like in her maybe 40s, I would say. And it kind of hit me, right? Because typically when somebody has a shaved head like that, a lot of times they're going through something. She didn't look like a kind of person that wanted it for style per se, um, because she did have some little hairs out here and there and everything else. And so I looked at her and I was like, what she's going through, you know, and she's still pushing through every single day. Like I said, even, you know, it's, and then you look at your life, right? And you look at coming home, having a healthy child, having a great relationship, having a good life. And you see these people struggling every single day, not just monetarily, they're struggling, right? Financially, they're struggling with their health. And without health, there is no wealth. Wealth is worthless if you have no health. And so I'm looking at this woman and she's smiling and she's, where she's shopping with her family and she has all this gratitude in her and she's happy and I know she's going through some dark things right now. And I just look at myself, I'm like, man, why are you so hard on yourself? Why, like, what are you chasing? What is the purpose, right? Like, what are you're healthy, you're this, you're that, like, what are you freaking out about? you know? Like, what is going on there, right? And so, and so I kind of look back a little bit and I'm like, man, you know what? Waking up with these problems every single day with, maybe not being on the same page with some people or whatever whatever have you, these aren't really problems. These are just like little roadblocks in life. I mean, especially when it comes to business. A problem is like when a problem is a problem, it's a problem, And so when you have these, when you're overwhelmed with things, there's one of two things that's happening. You're scaling too fast, or you don't have enough help. You're not investing in people, in training, in SOPs and processes and systems, and that's why you're anxious and you're stressed out because you're scaling, but you're not scaling the right way. You're trying to scale by yourself with a little bit of training here and there with others, but you see the bottlenecks in your business and you're not fixing your bottlenecks. And so maybe you got to kind of sometimes just kind of look at your business from like a different vantage point and just say, okay, well, here's what I'm investing in. Here's what's working. I'm going to crank it up more on this side from the marketing side. I'm going to decrease that. I'm going to bring this person in to train them to do this. I don't have to do that task. Yes, I'm going to make less money now, but in the long run, I'm going to be able to scale at a much higher level, and I'm going to be able to have more good people working for me because essentially you cannot do this by yourself, especially when you have a lot of leads coming in. And so, like I said, guys, like people go through so much stuff in life, and I'm just going to say just health wise in general, because like all of this means nothing unless you're healthy. Like, I don't care if you're like super rich or super rich, have a lot of money, but if you don't have your health, then what do you really have? You're not going to be able to enjoy all that money. So while you're here, while you're healthy, enjoy yourselves. Like next time your son, your daughter, you pick them up from school, look them straight in the eye and say, I love you so much. Like you're my champion. You're my best friend, you know? Like I can't imagine myself here without you. Like give them that, let them know. Emotions are so important for little children especially, but for your partner too. Let them know how much you appreciate them. Like you show your gratitude towards how much sacrifice maybe they're making for you to build your business, for you to build that legacy that you want to build, because it's not one-sided. Maybe some of you are single and you're doing this all on your own. Good for you. But a lot of us were not. We have partners that support us in our venture in this business that we're trying to build. They're being supportive every single day, you know. And so you got to show that gratitude for those people that are being supportive for you every single day. Even your little ones, even your little babies running around if you have any. But especially if you have a good partner or spouse, whoever you're with, and they're taking on things that normally you would have to take on, right? Well, let's say just laundry in general is a lot, cleaning is a lot, putting the kids to bed, bathing the children, picking the kids up from school, driving them to school. So it kind of depends on your partnership, and especially if your other partner is also working full time, man, you better be grateful, because that is a special kind of person to do work full time, allow you to build the business so you can build the dream life for your family, knowing that how much sacrifice has to be done and how much time they have to take away from their personal self in order for you to be able to do what you want to do to better the lives of each other. Show that gratitude, show that love. Tell them tell them you have to be vocal about it. Sometimes being quiet is not a good thing. You have to be vocal about it. And so every single day I pick up my son. I say, I take my son to school and I'm like, Tyler, I love you so much. Like, you're the best, you're the champion, you're the best fighter in the world, you're this, you're that. And I keep boosting him. I mean, I keep giving him positive affirmations every single day because he deserves it. He's 4.5 years old. The more positive things he has in his mind, the better he's gonna think, the better he's gonna be able to walk through life. And that's something that to me is very important, is to make sure that I keep putting in so much positivity in his life that he has no time to be negative, because as a kid, I don't think there was we had a great family, but I don't think there was as much as positivity pushing me towards business, pushing me towards doing my own thing. It was always like, yeah, go to college, get a job. I think my dad wanted me to be a state trooper or something at one point because of the benefits, because he thinks that the benefits and the government's going to take care of you. He has that kind of old mindset. And he was never pushing me into entrepreneurship, or you're taking too much risk, you're taking too much that. And so like for me, what I want to do for my son is I want to make sure that I keep pushing him into whatever he wants to do, but continue to keep that positive energy going every single day, because gratitude is something that we must say to each other every single day. I'm grateful you're in my life. I'm happy you're in my life. I'm grateful, God, I'm grateful for what you've given me, or all the blessings you've given me. Thank you so much for my health. The problems that you're throwing at me, keep on throwing at me. I will handle them. I will handle these problems. I will find solutions to these problems because I have to. Because these are not problems. These are just little obstacles in the road right now that are going to get to the final destination because of what I am going to do. So as long as you don't throw me anything crazy, keep these things, keep them coming. Keep them coming. Because the last thing that I want is, hey, you think these are problems? I'll show you a problem. You really want to see a problem? I'll show you. And so I was me and my mom and my son, we went shopping yesterday, and we went shopping for winter clothes. And I was we went shopping to Woodfield Mall, which is by Schaumburg, Illinois, which is around where I live. And it's just so nice to just have your mom, when you're older, just to be around you and just to be around your son, and tell her how much you care about her and how grateful you are that she's here. She's here, and I can see her, and tell her how much I love her. And I can just, it's just the love that she shows Tyler is just immense. It's just so crazy, like how much love a grandma can show just this little man, and then let's not forget about my stepdad. He calls him grandpa. He's such a good grandpa to Tyler. It's amazing. I'm so grateful that he cares about him, even though my stepdad, obviously we're not blood, but he cares about Tyler so much. Like all my son says is Jaja, when we're going to Jaja's house, and then when you see Jaja, when we're going to your truck, because my stepdad drives trucks, and maybe that's what life is about. It's just those little things that you see, but you miss because you're looking everywhere else but there, and you don't see that. You don't see the love that's around you, that's within you. And that's something that I think we all must learn. We all must come back to, because chasing all these things and money and cars and houses and businesses, and I mean, I get, it's great. It's great, but in the end, what makes me happy is just, putting my son's clothes on, seeing him wake up in the morning. Of course, every single day is like, Dada, I don't want to go to school, And I'm like, well, Tyler, you have to go to school. He's like, no, Dada, I don't want to go to school. And then we dress him. Of course, he doesn't want to put on his shoes. He doesn't want to put on his jacket, but then he does. And it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. That's one of those things that I really love to do. So Yeah, gratitude, guys, gratitude. Just be grateful, man, for what you have. And if something's bothering you, just make sure you're vocal about it, because no one can read your mind or understand your inner feelings. So if you're that kind of person that keeps things inside, sometimes you got to let it out. And especially when it's good. Not only when it's bad, when it's good, when you see beautiful things around you, say, but you let it out, man. I love you. This is amazing. Like, I thank you. So like this day has been amazing with you. Like, being around you has made my day, you know, has eased whatever I was thinking about, whatever problems I thought I had in life. Today, what was erased by your presence, by your presence. I was at peace today because you were here with me, because you bring something out of me that I don't know I have inside of me. And so just be grateful. And, thank you guys for giving me this platform to speak my mind and teach you guys about creative finance, of course. Not much about creative finance today, but we are closing on a deal today. It is a sub-2 deal in Panama City Beach, Florida, which is fantastic. We found a great buyer, and we should be funding it either today or tomorrow. And it was brought to me by a realtor, which is, once again, relationship-based business. He needed to get out, already had another house, found the buyer right away, and we're closing on either today or tomorrow. And so that's pretty exciting. And we have a couple other deals in process right now, which are also deals that are stacking methods, equity bridge methods, which are also known as the Morby methods. So just make sure that you guys are, if you guys have any deals that you want to run across us, let me know. And we can definitely help you out with my team. And if you're a buyer, you're buying sub-2, seller financing, Morby methods, give us a buzz. DM me on Instagram at creative_Mike. And don't forget, we're having our event next week on the 29th at 6 o'clock in Schaumburg, Illinois. Everything's on my Instagram stories and on my Facebook. It's all there, so you guys can check it out. Or if you don't see it, just shoot me a quick DM and I can go ahead and I can send you out a link. But overall, thank you so much for being here today with me. Appreciate you guys. And as always, God bless you. And this has been the Creative Mike Show. And as always, stay creative, my friends.